Bandits kill 11 in fresh attacks on Buhari's home state. At least 11 residents of Dankumeji village in K1LL government area of Katsina state have been reportedly shot dead by gunmen suspected to be bandits. According to Daily Trust, 6 persons who sustained injuries in the attack on President Buhari's home state yesterday are currently receiving treatment at a hospital. A resident, Abdul Mumini Sani, who confirmed the incident in a telephone interview, said the attackers stormed the village around 11:30 p.m. and started shooting sporadically. When our people saw them, they started running for safety, not knowing that some of the attackers laid ambush in strategic positions. They just pounced out and started shooting those trying to escape the attack, he said. He added that this morning, about 11 dead bodies were counted and burial arrangements were ongoing for the recovered corpses. Katsina, despite being the home state of the president, has witnessed sporadic attacks by bandits and kidnappers that have claimed the lives of many. Over 1,000 people have been reportedly killed by gunmen in Jibia, Kankara, Dusina, Musala, Damusa, and Safana local government areas of the state in the last 5 months. On December 11, 2020, some bandits kidnapped 344 of government science secondary school, Kankara. They were released about a week later. Also on December 19th, 84 Islamaya students of Ibrahim Islamaya in Mahuta village, Dandume local government area of the state, were abducted but rescued shortly after. Recently, some members of the State of House of Assembly lawmakers shed tears for the Buhari-led government at a plenary while discussing the deterioration of insecurity under the present regime. So, from what we know is that the action being taken to fix this is shedding of tears. Right. Okay. So, that's the end of conversation. That's the solution that the government or those that are able to make a change in power, that's what they're choosing to go for. That is literally what their tactic is. And it is very sad. It is very sad. But, I mean, it's not the first time we see politicians crying. So if they're crying, you know that, okay, fine, this is just like, what else, you know? Of course, Nigerians have had the realization that they're on their own for a very long time. But right now, in these moments, things are getting worse. It's intensified, and every single time, it's just like solidifying. It centers itself in our minds, and we're like, oh really? The reality sets in every single time, and then it's like we're getting that awareness again and again and again, freshly, because the incidents that are happening at this point, it will get so intense that we will not even get desensitized. We will just get that, I guess, PTSD of realizing that we're actually in danger, but then nothing is being done about it. Tough, but what can you do? Bring ballot box, ask them to do to correct their past mistakes. They'd gladly vote him for another 4 years. We move. That is true. That is true. When it comes to voting, of course, you know, we know that it's not, we can't really say who won or anything. The INEC, listen, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think anyone knows what they're doing. But fact is, even with that, there are still some people that will support the Buhari government and say there is nothing wrong with it. And I think that is kind of dangerous. That's the most dangerous thing ever. That is the most dangerous thing, because we will now see where the minds of Nigerians actually lie. Because it's scary, because a lot of people engage in conversations, and you think, obviously, you don't have to agree with everybody. You know, you can have diverse, you know, opinions and diverse perspectives. Fine, that's cool. If you want to do that, fine. But there are certain things that people would not want to be diverse about or be open-minded about, because in a situation like this, if we genuinely was to vote, and then, you know, we counted votes fairly, I think it would shock a lot of us it would shock a lot of Nigerians, and then we'll see that, wow, that those that we thought we share the same opinions with in terms of who they supported in government will just change their mind. Not that they're not allowed to, of course, it's their prerogative. But when you come online, and I'm not even saying, okay, fine, you see stereotypical northern names and you're supporting the government, okay, fine, we get that. But then you now see those that you expect and you think, you know what, shouldn't, but well, by technicality and logic, you shouldn't, you're then confused and you're like, are you like willingly supporting your oppressor? Like, you actually ask questions like that. So why I even went there is that, as this man said, if you ask them to change, if you ask them anything, fact is that if you ask Nigerians to come and vote again, listen, Buhari could still win. For the fact that he could win at first, for the fact that he could win the second time, even when the first time was enough proof to someone that sees that to someone that sees that obviously he's not good enough. He still won. Yes, we can talk of corruption, but people still voted for him. And that is a scary thing. So again, when it comes to voting as well, the fact that is that, I mean, I guess that's the thing about democracy. And yes, if the people choose the kind of leaders that they are, and you now actually understanding that the government is actually a reflection of its people, it's leading, then you'd understand why Nigeria is in its situation. 100%. 100%. I don't know what Nigeria is. Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is funny. It's a really funny country. It is really a really funny country. I don't even know what's going on at all. I don't think anyone knows what's going on. But yeah, these killings are getting consistent every day. I mean, not that they weren't before, but it's like, when it gets reported every single day, because again, it's not every incident that's out there that is reported. So for the fact that all these events are getting reported every single day, and then again, the title is very important. In the president's home state, 1,000 people have been killed in the last 5 months. That says a lot. That really says a lot. And this Fulani thing, it's not really a thing of bias. It's an elitist kind of strategy, because they themselves will let their own people suffer amongst them, no matter how much they try to be, no matter how much they try to push this, united thing that we stay together. It's a lie. It's the elite among you. They gatekeep even their own from getting into their own, if that makes sense. So it's like, this gives more reason why there needs to be an awareness, an uprising, a grand opening, a grand rise, a grand awareness, where most importantly, the how do I say it, the northern subjects, or the ones that are not in privileged positions, need to understand that they are being played anyhow. But I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.